Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are back with another week reactions. Thank you guys for all the support on these reactions, and makes me want to keep doing them every single week. So today is, I believe, week 14. Man, this year's been going by so fast. I think it's week 14. Yeah, it is week 14. NFL reactions. A ton of games in the slate to go through. Last time the week was a little bit long, so I'm not going to be saying as much. But I'm still going to give you guys my reactions to each of the games. First up on the Thursday game, we have the Rams with an amazing upset against the Raiders. I really thought the Raiders were going to win. I thought the Raiders were going to win this game. But Raiders just didn't play as good. I mean, Derek Carr had 2 interceptions, 137 yards. Josh Jacobs had another solid game. Devontae Adams did okay, but not a lot of catches. And their defense played solid. They got a total of 4 sacks in the game. Like, you can't really say much bad about the Raiders' defense. Just their offense didn't produce as much as they want. And that was because of the Rams. Baker had a solid game, 230 yards and a touchdown. Cam had a touchdown. And Ben Skowronek is the main man in action, as Van Jefferson also got a touchdown. But it was their defense that kind of carried them. I mean, only 1 tackle for loss, but they also did have 2 interceptions, which helped them with the win. Very, very unexpected game. Did not expect the Rams to win this game at all. I honestly thought the Raiders were going to blow them out. But good job, Rams. You guys get a win against the Raiders. Next up, we have the first Sunday game. We have the Bills and the Jets. A game that I was right on, in the sense that I thought it was gonna be a close game, but I didn't expect it to be this low scoring. I thought it was gonna be more like 20, like 8-24. I don't know if it's my exact prediction, but Bills end up winning. Don't think the Bills look that good, but their defense played great, so that's all I can say. On the Jets side, Mike White had an okay day. He also got injured twice though, so I hope he feels better. It's not really his fault as well. Zonovan I had a surprising day. He had 71 yards and a touchdown. And Garrett Wilson continues to be the main man for New York and is starting to come alive with Mike White. Another big problem, they had 2 lost fumbles, the Jets did. The defense played decent at 3 sacks. No picks, but not a bad game from the Jets defense. And on the Bills side, I mean, they played all right. 147 yards a touchdown for Josh Allen. Not amazing, but not that bad, especially because he gets 47 yards rushing and a touchdown, which is also pretty solid. Singletary was kind of shut down, just didn't really get the opportunity as well. And Dawson Knox got a touchdown, but Davis was kind of shut down, and so was Gabe Davis. I mean, it really was a weird day for the Bills. It was their defense, though, that really carried them. A total of 4 sacks, 0 interceptions, but 7 tackle for losses. A huge game from the Bills defense, and that carries them to the win. Next up, we have the Bengals and the Browns. Pretty much how I expected it to go. I thought the Bengals were going to win pretty easily, and they did. I thought Deshaun Watson played better than I thought he would have. 276 yards, a touchdown, and interception, way better than the last game against the Texans, which is so surprising to me that he did better against the Bengals and the Texans, but whatever. As you can see, the rushing game is a bit of a struggle from all the rushers. And Donovan Peoples-Jones, a really good game, along with David Njoku with the touchdown. Peoples-Jones, 114 yards on 8 recs, solid. Defensively, they also had 2 sacks and 1 interception. Going over to the Bengals side, we have Joe Burrow with AC for 33, 239 yards, and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Joe Mixon did solid. Did very, very solid for his first game back. P. Ryan continues to get touchdowns. Ja'Marr Chase, 119 yards and a touchdown. He's back in full effect after his injury. And Trenton Irwin with a massive bomb for a touchdown. And you might be wondering, where's T. Higgins? I don't know. Do we know where he is, guys? Because either he was not targeted, which he wasn't, or he got injured. Like, I have not seen anything on T. Higgins, so I don't know if he got injured or not. But he was non-existent. But on the Bengals defensive side, they still did decent. Had total of 2 sacks and 1 interception by Jesse Bates. Bengals win pretty easily. Kind of a low-scoring game, lower than I thought it was going to be, but still pretty easy. Next up, we have the Cowboys and the Texans. This game was so funny to watch because the Texans honestly could have won this game so easily. Cowboys had another amazing fourth quarter, as they seem to always do recently for some reason. But, I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, you should not be happy with this game. Texans should be happy. I mean, Davis Mills didn't do good. Jeff Driscoll had a touchdown, though. Damian Pierce had a touchdown. Chris Moore had an amazing game, and their defense did honestly decent. 2 interceptions on Dak. Can't really say more than that for a team that's the worst team in the league. On the Cowboys side, I don't know what to say. Dak Prescott is inconsistent. Zeke and Tony Pollard seem to be like the main. They definitely seem to be more of a rushing team right now, and they keep it up. Along with Tony Pollard also getting a touchdown. He had another great game. CD that was kind of taken out, but Dalton Schultz had a decent game. I don't know what to say about this game because yes, the Cowboys won, but I don't know if I consider it a win for them. Kind of disappointing Cowboys fans, but Texans, honestly, you should be happy. Even though you lost, you should be happy. Next up, we have the Lions and the Vikings. Told you. Called it. Called it. Let's go. Called it, baby. I knew it. I knew this was facing two offenses that were very, very evenly matched. And recently, the Lions' offense has been better than the Vikings. And their defenses are very, very bad and similar. And I told you this was going to happen. Amazing game from Kirk Cousins, by the way. 31 for 41, 425 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook got a touchdown, but just terrible. 15 carries, 23 yards. It's awful. And Justin Jefferson had an unreal game, 11 rushes, 223 yards, along with TJ Hawkinson. Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne were touchdowns, but honestly, the Vikings defense sucked. I mean, look at this. 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Cannot stop Big Jared Goff. I love watching the Lions. They're a fun team to watch. I'm rooting for them to make the playoffs. Goff with 3 touchdowns and 330 yards. Running game wasn't that great. I mean, Justin Jackson got a touchdown, but that's about it. But DJ Chark, massive game. Amon-Ra, decent game. Josh Reynolds, 51 yards. And Jameson Williams with his first catch of his career. Congrats to him, and it was a touchdown. So good for him. But he didn't get any more. But it's still good. But I mean, defensively, they got 4 sacks on Kirk Cousins. They definitely deserve to win this game, and I'm happy for you, Lions fans. Vikings fans, a little bit worried for you guys, but I still think you're a great team. Next up, we got the Jaguars and the Titans, a game that I did not expect. I thought the Jaguars could do good in this game, but based on how they did against the Lions last week, I just didn't expect it. Didn't expect it. Trevor Lawrence had one. I had him in fantasy. Come on. That was a great decision. Trevor had an insane game. 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran for a touchdown. What more can you ask for? What a game from Trevor Lawrence. Rushing didn't do much otherwise. And Evan Ingram. Oh my God. What a game from Evan Ingram. 11 reps, 162 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Along with Zay Jones with 8 reps, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Very good in the receiving game for the Jaguars. And moving on to the Titans. I don't know how to feel. Ryan Tannehill had a decent game. Derrick Henry had an amazing game. But your receivers are kind of it's weird because I don't know who your number one receiver is. I get Treylon Burks is out today, but I mean, still, who is your number one receiver? I do not know who your number one receiver is, and that's a bit worrying to me. They also had 3 fumbles, 3 of them being lost, or 4 fumbles, 3 of them being lost, and they had 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. They just couldn't stop the Jaguars. Just turnover in the ball and not playing good defense. Jaguars deserve the game. Good job to you. Next up, I mean, do we have to really talk about this one? I mean, Eagles are looking really good. Eagles are looking so good. Eagles are looking so good. I can't believe it. Do I really have to go through these stats? Another great game from Jalen Hurts. An insane game from Miles Sanders. A.J. Brown continues to get a touchdown. Devontae Smith continues to be a touchdown. And their defense is 7 sacks. 7 sacks. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sacks. Yeah, Eagles come on. It's a little unfair, guys. Give the Giants a little bit of a chance. And on the other side, I mean, Tyrod Taylor did good. Daniel Jones did mid. Tyler Taylor had a great game, apparently. Saquon was shut down. And when Saquon shut down, the Giants normally just don't do anything. And that's exactly what happened here. Eagles blow out the Giants. Next up, we got the Ravens and the Steelers. The last 10 a.m. game. I think the Steelers should win this game. but I kind of was right in a way that I knew it was going to be low scoring and I knew it was going to be a boring game, and that's exactly what it was. Tyler Huntley got injured, was not good even when he was playing. Anthony Brown, when he came in, only threw 5 attempts. J.K. Dobbins had a great game. Happy that you're back from injury. Great game from J.K. Dobbins. And Gus Edwards has a strong game as well. But if you look at the receivers, Mark Andrews, what's going on? I know you don't have Lamar, but what is going on? Mark Andrews should be getting at least 80 yards a game, and he's just not doing that. If you're a Ravens fan, I would be lucky that you're 9-4. I would be so lucky you're 9-4 because your team has not been playing good this year, especially these past like 3 or 4 games, just not been as good. And for Pittsburgh's side, bad game from Mitch Trubisky. Doesn't really happen to Kenny Pickett. I know he got hurt, but I don't really know what happened. But I don't know what to say. Mitch Trubisky, you were bad. You were terrible, in fact. And Najee Harris, back to his old form of terrible. He got a touchdown, but can't really say anything else. Dustin Johnson did solid. Pickens, their receiving was decent, but not enough. And their defense really didn't do much. Kind of a boring game. I can't really say I watched too much of the game, but from the scoreline and from the game, did not seem too interesting. Next up, our first 1 o'clock game, the Chiefs and the Broncos. This was one of the most surprising games for me. Not that the Chiefs were going to win. I knew the Chiefs were going to win. But the fact that the Chiefs only won by 6 points. I don't even know what my prediction was. I think it was like 38-10. So it's something ridiculous. I just thought the Chiefs were going to blow it out. This was the first game the Broncos have done good against a good team. For me, this was such an L. This was such an L for the Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie. They won, but they should not be feeling confident. Mahomes throwing 3 picks. 3 picks. Jerick McKinnon being your leading receiver. Isaiah Pacheco 70 yards. 2 interceptions. I'm sorry, Kansas City fans, but I'd be lucky if I were you. Russell Wilson. The only time I'm ever going to congratulate you. Decent game. Latavius Murray didn't do anything. Jerry Jeudy, 3 touchdowns. First time I've ever congratulated you this year. Marlon Mack, a touchdown. Who is he? Don't know who he is. And, yep, Brett Rypien fumble, and 2 sacks, and 3 picks. I mean, hats off to you, Broncos fans. I know Chiefs won, but hats off to you. You played a great game. But the Chiefs are just a better team in every single way. Next up, we have my 49ers beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not going to be biased saying this. We played great. And I'm not being biased even saying that because you can look at the stats and say it. Tom Brady, if you watch the game, he was awful. He was terrible. Dude, there was so many times where Mike Evans was wide open, just didn't even see him. Yes, that first play, there's a touchdown, kind of got me scared, but it was held back. But there was a play, I think it was like second quarter. Tom Brady throws it. Mike Evans is running, and when he looks around, the ball's already on the ground. It's not even a good ball. I mean, Tom Brady was awful, and you know what? It's not his fault. It's just how good the Niners defense is. I mean, Tampa Bay did terrible. A fumble lost. Defense had 0 sacks and 0 interceptions. It was all around not a good game for the Buccaneers and for the Niners. Brock Purdy, good job, great job from Brock Purdy. 16 for 21, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. And yes, the stat line doesn't look crazy, but it's also because it's his first career NFL start. He's not going to want to throw the San Francisco offensive game plan was never going to be to throw the ball because he wants to get him comfortable with the system. And that's why you hand the ball to Christian McCaffrey when he gets 14 carries for 119 yards and a touchdown. Deebo, 4 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. I hope you feel better, Deebo. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that's not too much of a loss. I'm so sorry. And Brock Purdy with also a rushing touchdown. The receiving, you got a touchdown, McCaffrey a touchdown, but like I said, it was definitely more of a running day for the Niners. But look at the defense. I know a fumble loss from Deebo, but look at the defense. 0 sacks, okay, 2 picks, and I really felt like we controlled them. It was like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Every single time Niners destroyed them. I'm so happy. I don't know what to say if you're a Bucks fan. You're still leading the division, but I don't know what to say. And another, oh my God, the upsets. The upsets this week. There's been some amazing upsets this week, and there's still more to come. The Panthers beating the Seahawks. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. Sam Darnold. Chuba Hubbard. Okay. Raheem Blackshear. Okay. Kind of weird. Their best receiver was 31 yards, and that was Laviska Shenault. How did they score many points? They really got lucky. The Panthers got lucky, but good job to you guys. I'm happy for you guys. You had 3 sacks and 2 interceptions. Your defense played really solid. And your offense doesn't look that good on paper, but they're playing decent. For the Seahawks side, Geno Smith had a bit of a rough game. Still threw three TDs, but 2 interceptions, unfortunately. Rushing game was irrelevant. And TD's good one, solid. DK Metcalf, solid. Lockett, solid. Everyone else, nothing. And defensively, they only have 2 sacks and 0 interceptions. Panthers, I think, deserve to win this game, and they did win the game, so I'm happy for them. Next up, we got the Chargers and the Dolphins. Another upset. I expected the Dolphins to win. I know the Chargers have that firepower in them, and they finally, showed it, kind of. Tua looked terrible. Tua was awful. And for anybody else saying Tua was decent because he has 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions, look at his accuracy. Look at how he actually played in the game. I was watching the game. He could not make a single throw. He couldn't pass it to his grandma if she was 1 yard away from him in that game. Terrible. Awful passing show from Tua. I know he's got it in him, but that was a rough day from him. Rushing game was irrelevant. Tyreek Hill still finding ways to get yards and a touchdown, but don't know what to say anymore. And defensively, they got 4 sacks, but not enough. And the Dolphins' defense was decent. Just the Chargers' defense was so much better. I mean, what a game from Herbert. 39 for 51, 367 yards, and a touchdown. Very good game from Herbert. Eckler continues to get touchdowns. And Mike Williams, his first game back in a while. Good for him. He gets a touchdown and 116 yards. But this is what I want to check about this. The defense. 2 sacks, 0 picks. Doesn't look that impressive, but if you actually watch the game, they were stellar. Absolutely stellar. And it really was a weird game to watch. And the final game of the week, we had the Patriots and the Cardinals. I got it right, but a bit of a weird game. I honestly kind of a very, very much a snooze fest for a Monday night game. Mac Jones, trash. Pierre Strong Jr., who even is that? Okay. Kelvin Harris, who even is that? Okay. He was the nobody show for the Patriots, I'm not gonna lie. And 6 sacks, which is quite impressive. Let me guess. Josh Uche? Okay. Okay. Decent. I'm happy for you, Patriots, and for the Cardinals. I don't know what to say about them anymore. Cole McCoy. Hope Kyler Murray feels better. He did get injured. I hope he does feel better. And so I can't really say it was. Cardinals definitely could have won this game, but they didn't have their starting quarterback, and that kind of was detrimental to them. James Conner, solid game. He had a great touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins continues to get yards, but their defense didn't do much. They got a pick, but that's about it. And the Patriots deserve the game. And that's the end of the reaction. If you like these reactions, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you guys like to keep doing these reactions. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.